YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I'm your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Faff with me, where the word faff is a British term that means messing around. And think of the Wind in the Willows, Ratty to Mole line. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats. We are not on a boat, but we are absolutely messing around with paper and journals and little puddles of art. Where do I want to start? I have a bunch of things to do and cover, and we'll see how many we get. So, did not get the witch journal finished in time for Halloween. However, I would say I am substantially done, so not at all offended with that. So that is an option for today. I need to give everybody an update on, I'm just putting things away as I'm hitting them, not physically, but I'm finding them. An update on the progress for Inktober. I read on one of my social media timelines today, good enough is magic. And so I have made it up to 29. I didn't get Rush and I didn't get Fire done. And that is totally okay. Like I say, it is magic that I got to 29. So when we last left off, we were at 19. So I've done 10 more and more than 10 pages. And I'll be right back because I just realized something. I had my trusty scissors in another room, and the absence of them was just going to kind of make me nuts. So let us have a review. I would suggest that not everything is going to be of a completely visually finished state, and they may stay that way, or I may do a little more if I need to use them. But at this particular point, I need to just say Inktober is finished. So let us review the sheets. So 19 is plump, and I think that's probably the way it goes. I like this one a lot. I think this one turned out really fun. Just me sort of doing oval shapes and then filling in some of them. Careless mixing of the colors and filling them in where I see fit, and that's totally okay. I think it's a fun page. Orange, purple, and green are the colors here. And we will notice that there are splatters because this is a recurring theme for this entire Inktober. So let's put that one out of the way. So let's cross that out. Cross that out, there we are. Number 20 is Frost, and this is Frost. This is pretty yummy. This is I believe it's a Japanese dictionary page, and it is really solid because there are a lot of layers of color and paint. Most of this is acrylic paint. It is either acrylic paint, gesso, and or acrylic ink. So, and that is true for I think just about all of them, and where there's an additional bit I will point it out. Like the colorway of this, quite kind of pleasant. Certainly would fit in with the current journal that I'm doing or with a winter journal. So there's that one. Next one is Chains. Chains is one of the ones that needs some work. So I'm hoping that as I sort of flash this around, you can see the gold circles as they are attached. I think what I need to do is take some kind of a fine black pen and highlight the outsides of the gold just to make them pop a bit more. I love the background of this. I love that color of gray that's almost purple and purple that's almost gray, that's almost black. It is a really satisfying color to look at. Yeah, I like this one a lot. And once again, a lot of splatters. Because I can't think of anything else to do when I am trying to, air quotes, finish something. I always put splatters on them. Oh yes, this is one of my favorites, and this is Scratchy. Ooh, I like this one. This one feels scratchy. This is another Japanese dictionary page. Love the colors. Brown, brass, neon pink. There's some black. Yeah, I like the way this one turned out. I think this is the corner of a credit card that I was using. And I can't remember what some of the other ones are. That was my Scratchy. Number 23 is Celestial, and I would say this is really overdone and or not finished yet. It just looks like there are a lot of splatted colors on it, which, surprisingly, there are a lot of splatted colors on it. It doesn't look celestial to me. But there we are. You know what? It's a page. They all can't be gems. Next one is Shallow. The way I did this one was I created just lines over lines over lines over lines over lines. And hey, look at it. I got splatters that didn't seem to do anything for the page, but it's colorful. Oops, that's Shallow. Ooh, here's another one that I like. This one is Dangerous. And this is, the black is it's not a Sharpie pen, but like a permanent thin pen that I just highlighted all the color blocks in, and I really love the way this turned out. This is on Dutch engineering paper, and the yeah, this is the right way around. And so this kind of patterning feels somehow like this is part of the diagram as well. Well, I think there's just this could be a really fun Rorschach as well. Like if you sit and thought about some of these spots of where things look like something, I think that's pretty fun. So this is another one of my favorites. That is Dangerous. Okay, Remove. So this requires some explanation, I think. So don't think about the blue for the moment. Just think about the red, green, and orange and yellow. I put paint on, and then I took this page, and then I went pat, 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 and then I peeled it off, and then that was me removing paint from this page to this page. To finish, step one, notice no flicky flicks, no splatters. Also, no splatters on this one either. I think if I kept, no, I'm looking at my polish, I relapsed. So I at least got two sheets out of it that weren't splatters. I left this one alone for a while, and then I just started putting with a Posca pen this sort of curlicue shape, and I just kept changing the page 90 degrees, and I would fill it in, 90 degrees, fill it in, and I just kept going until I got tired. And what is this? This was very watery splatters, so I did splatter on this one. And I once again did this, pat, 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 and then peeled it off. And the patting creates this kind of splodging effect, which I quite like. And pardon me, I'm gonna sneeze. Pardon me. So these, not bad. I kind of like this one. It's a lot of vibrant colors. I mean, I'm not I'm not shy about loading up the paintbrush, that's for sure. So that's removed. This one is Beast. This started as this red shape. And essentially what I was doing was like you can see it sort of here, a shape like that, and then a shape like that, and then like that, and like that, and I filled it all with red. Kind of thinking about teeth, and teeth sort of being able to chew into meat. And then I kind of went completely off the rails. I put some other color down, yellow and green and brown, because that felt to me kind of foresty. And then I didn't know what else to do, so I put in some black splatter, and that's how I got Beast. Not a winner, but there we are. I got a page done. This one is Sparkle. This is really fun, or was really fun at one point. Yeah. Ooh. We'll have to put this one aside. Maybe, not sure. So I used a Tim Holtz ink spray, and what ended up happening early on in the paint run phase is the print had a natural resist to it, so that the ink and the water filled in these blank spaces between the lettering, and it created this really awesome like runny effect, which I think it's got potential. So instead of covering the letters, you basically just fill in everything around the letters, and I bet you would be able to get a really interesting effect. So that's what this one was, and clearly a boatload of splatter, splatter, splatter. Next one is Massive, and I do like this one. It is abstract. It is black, green, and yellow. A little bit of splattering, not all that much. I wanted the black to be sort of the dominant feel to this, because this might be a better version almost of the Celestial, because there is more dark in it. Anyways, that's what I did for that one, and I kind of like that one. Very prominent colors. And so that's the 29 bonus pages, because I have some, I was going to say runoffs, using up the extra paint. So this is one. I think this one's fun. So this is, I have a fan brush that I use to do all of the splattering. And so this is me just doing the fan brush down in some kind of a pattern, and then putting out the colors. And you can see there's gold, a lot of gold in there. This one, not bad. Kind of pleased with that. Another one, also using the fan brush, you can sort of see where the gold is in here. This goes that way, I think. It doesn't really matter. Again, like the previous one, like the colorway. This one, very fall-y. I think it goes this way. And liked the kind of diamond lines that were created, and sort of the fall colorway. Only one guess for what this was the wipe off color for. Did that glue down with the acrylics? It doesn't matter. Anyways, green, kind of like that little splodge. It's almost like a brown coming into a purple. Also like this one. I really like this neon pink, neon orange, that very high gold that I have. And these kind of, it's wrong term, but glistening colors, color shifting. and other ones that are just like a sparkle. I can't remember the term for it. You know what I mean? You're yelling at the screen. Anyway, so not awful. Another piece, and I think this might have been Pat 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 of the Massive page, because it's the right colorways, and it has a distribution to it that makes sense that that's what happened. Another one like this one, just more colors splodged onto painty papers. Another one splodged onto painty papers. This also would have been part of the Massive. I think our little executive producer is on set, and she is about to make herself an absolute pain. And I also really love this one. I love the neon pink, and I like the yellow, and this is that high gold that I was talking about. So that's it for Inktober. I am going to rate this I'm going to say it is a 10 out of 10. You do not have to finish things for them to be a 10 out of 10. I did most of them, and I have so much fun paper, which is essentially what we signed up to do. And I'm trying to get this in some kind of order so that I can paper clip it all together and have a supply of paper. Here we are. So that's that. Inktober. Done and dusted. Yeah, I knew I had to make these a little taller, a little shorter, a little taller. There we are. That's a lot of paper. This is well in excess of 31 pages because there's a lot of duplicates and second slides and so on and so forth. So, I can work on this, which I kind of don't want to do because I don't have the bandwidth today to do it. Today is November 1st, and we will do a second cue card. It is also the first day of Trovember. Trovember is Treasure November. It is a collagelab.com sponsored event for the month of November where we make a collage out of a single substrate using prompts from Collage Lab. So follow the hashtag on socials and consult Collage Lab if you want to participate. Strongly encourage you do, because our work here is largely collagey, and collaging is not always particularly focused on part. So here is my 5-piece canvas panel thing, which is going to be far too big. But there is nothing like watching somebody open something, I think. I don't even know if you can see that. I hope you can. Please don't rip. I haven't even started yet. Well, this is, oh, there we are. Yep. And I need to go all the way to the end. Here we are. One more. Woo, here we are. Turn the thing. Boop, there. Okay. All I need is one. So the last 40 minutes are just going to watch me struggle and get stuff straight out. I could have prepared beforehand, but that does not provide any entertainment. For me or for you. Oh, there we are. We got it. Okay. And this is a 12 by 16 inch Artist Loft canvas value pack. I got mine from Michael's and I used my 40% coupon, and that was really sweet. I love getting kind of expensive things at Michael's and having it be worth it. So, what am I thinking? I am thinking yeah. So, this is me just creating something where we can keep a list. So this is going to be 30 days, 30 days. So November 2023, day 1 is checkered. The host of November has said that she will never, her example was, she will never ask us to go find a rhinoceros, but she will maybe ask something more generic, find a large animal. And so that gives us the freedom to interpret that however we want. We can do whatever we want anyways. And so what she did for checkered was get a whole bunch of 2 by 2 inch contrasting colors, papers, whatever, and then place them down on here. I just happen to have a pile of contrasting paper. See Exhibit A. Now, one of the things, oh, I could use that. No, I'm not gonna use that. Ooh. Sorry. So this is going to be a background. And for backgrounds, backgrounds are backgrounds because they're backgrounds. So that means that I shouldn't get something that is really, really bold. That is not going to fade into the background, nor will that. That could. So let's have a look. Let's have a flippy through. So what did she do? She did a plain color block, like a taupe, and she did a book page, like a dictionary. So let's try this one as our dictionary. This might be fun. Then I need something that's got some ish color in it. What am I doing? So I am doing a scan through. So I have this from one of Cindy at Studio Lou's Journal With Me Patreon kits. Go check out November's. November's is really great. I printed off a few pages for the Witch's Journal, which might be fun because it is backgroundy, if you know what I mean, without being texty. And it gives us, we've got a little color, got a little nature, but I think we'll be okay with that. So let's see how many squares we get out of this. So now, you like talk amongst yourselves while I cut some squares. Or I can entertain you with my own talking. I don't have really much to say except that this, I used to have one of my supervisors who at the end of the day would often plunk his butt in my office and say to me, after a particularly hard day, he would say, "It's been a heck of a day at sea, sir, a heck of a day at sea." And I feel like it's only Wednesday, but it has been a heck of a week at sea, sir. It has been a heck of a week at sea. The details are not really important. We are righting the ship, but holy crap, was there was just some rough going there early on. And I am really not a fan of rough going, because it is needless. However, there are others that have no idea what they are saying, maybe? I think there is having a mental illness that is well taken care of. I have the most amazing circle of care. Everything is going as good as it could possibly be. It is an invisible issue. And people, oh, that's a bummer. Well, you know what? We're just going to keep it because I really like that. I'm going to keep it. And so people can be incredibly just insensitive to the state of a mind. I think it is not easier, it is just different. If you have a broken leg, because people can see the broken leg and they can figure out all on their own, gee, I should not be asking this person to run up the stairs. Anyways, that's all that I am going to say about that. We are on the mend, and that is essentially all that matters. We will get the thing sorted out. Oh, I do like this as a choice. Now, when she placed her squares down, what did she do? She didn't place them flush against each other. So she allowed for space. Not sure how I'm going to handle that. Whether or not I am going to be able to cope with that or not. I might just need the order, but then again, I might not. There we are. Now then. I think I'm going to trim this down because, okay, get these out of the way. So why am I doing this? I am doing this because I just don't want that much white space. Ugh. Somebody needs to change this blade. There we go, that's a little bit better cut. And now we're going to do 2-inch squares. Ish. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to get that amount in. Or that amount. Oh, you know what? We're just going to take the silver off. It happens. So I have less of this than I do of the others. That might be an issue. We'll find out. Oof. So what's to report? So Halloween is over. I was in Canadian Tire earlier today, and they have overnight transformed from a Halloween Central to a Christmas Central. It's very impressive. I suspect that all other stores have done exactly the same thing, but I wasn't in those stores. And I was in Canadian Tire because that is one of the places where I can get an After Eights Advent calendar. Do all of you have After Eights wherever you're at? After Eights is a chocolate mint, or like an after dinner chocolate mint. They are usually an After Eights box. They were like a classic Christmas, like house gift, I guess. And certainly like a visiting house gift, but certainly also a hostess might buy it just for her own parties or use, or just, you know, consumption in a family. We certainly did. But now they have advent calendars, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so we've got squares, we've got our plants, and we need our board back, which is going to take up the entire screen. I'm just going to put these on here and then see where we're at. How much of this can you see? Well, you can see almost all of it. There's only a couple of edges. So we are at 27 minutes left, so we should be able to do at least the placement, if not the gluing. How hard could it possibly be? Okay, and I get this off. This is a weird board. It's things stick to it. That's kind of what I say. Nope. Yep. There. Okay, we have put 3 squares down and we are already weaseling around picking the right one. Just pick one. Okay. So what I want to do is tumble. So the letters go that way, so this has got to go this way. And this has got to go this way. Okay, now where'd the other ones go? Here we are. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to tumble. Oh yeah, this will work. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do this tumbling. So if that, then let's say that will be up. Oh, I need the space. upside down. There. I've got 3 left over. Okay, I don't know what that tells me, but it might tell me something. Am I missing something? Yes, I am. That's what I'm missing. Goodness sakes. So I'm not going to have enough, maybe. I don't know. This is hard. Oh, I want to have that one straight up. Okay, and we have a few more that we can use. And I only have 3 of these left. And I feel like I should almost be making another one. Nope, that doesn't go there. That one's got to go there. There, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! 3. I have these that I could use, or I could just put something else in there. Well, what do I have on hand? So this, I think, is the same page, but it is coffee dyed. So let's try that. Not gonna lie, that's fun. Just be able to pick up that whole thing, put it aside. I'm liking that. 2 inches. See how many we get here. There we are. One. 2. Oh, I'm gonna get 3. And I'm gonna do this because I want something kind of dark. Should have done it from the other end. Then I could have used that one as a square as well. But you know what? That's fine. This is supposed to be an enjoyable exercise. Long silence while we contemplate that. I'm sort of muddling through my bin here. Oh, here's paper. Let's try some of that. Oops, wow. I just don't want to have so much floral. This is booky pagey. Is this 4 inches? I don't think it's going to be 4 inches. It's not. I'm not going to get the right number out. I can get 2 though. Or maybe, yeah, 2. See what these look like. Oh, I've got 4. It's entirely possible I am planning this way too hard. Okay, well, we're going to do that. Oh, we're going to do it that way. Nope, do it that way. And what I am doing is replacing these sort of darker, more bold ones with the stuff that doesn't have a lot of visual texture on it. And I'm left with one of these, which would replace one of those. So if I did that, hole is kind of weird, but I like this one better. Or maybe the hole should be that way. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. It's checkerboard-ish. It follows the general principle. Do I have anything else here that I would like to switch out? I think the answer to that is no. And a very big, bold move, I am just going to throw that out. I'm going to sneeze again, I think. Pardon me. Pardon me. Whew. I can do it again. Pardon me. So this is going to be covered up eventually because I have 29 more days. So I think I'm going to leave you here with an Inktober roundup and day 1 of Trovember. And there's a couple of other things that I need to show you, but I think I am going to wait till a later video. So I will leave you here. Have yourselves a good evening. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're interested, please have a look at Trovember and sign up, because it looks like it's going to be a fun month. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye now.